Today, we are celebrating the 76th Independence Day of a great nation. On 15th of August 1947, we had achieved our freedom after decades of fight, bloodshed, and to some extent, diplomacy. But have you ever wondered why this 15th August was chosen as the Independence Day of India? The answer is lying in Japan, and its root lies in the World War II. So welcome to the new episode of Deep and Brief, and in this episode, I, Shantanu, am going to tell you the story behind 15th August being chosen as our Independence Day. India has a very long history of struggle for the freedom. By 1929, the Britishers have already promised the Indian National Congress that they will give the dominion status to the British India. However, in 1929, the Lahore session of the Indian National Congress changed everything. In that particular session, a 40-year-old young leader, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, was chosen as the president of the Indian National Congress. He, supported by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Subhash Chandra Bose, voiced for complete independence from the Britishers. It was proclaimed as Purna Swaraj, and it was decided that the last Sunday of the January 1930 will be celebrated as the Purna Swaraj Divas. Incidentally, that last Sunday of January 1930 happened to be 26th January. So in short, it was decided that in January 26, 1930, India will celebrate its first Independence Day. On December 29, 1929, the tricolor was hoisted by Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru in the bank of River Ravi. So it was decided that INC will now fight for Purna Swaraj, and the first Independence Day is going to be held on January 26, 1930. Now the British Parliament was under pressure. What they decided was that they will transfer the power to the Indians by June 30, 1948, and it will be done by the then Governor General of India, Lord Mountbatten. However, it was not a very pleasant proposal for the Indian National Congress. They wanted their freedom not to be delayed. Now, under extreme pressure, Mountbatten decided to take the date from June 30 to August 15, 1947. Now here lies the question. Why was August 15 chosen as the date of transfer of power, or from our point of view, the Independence Day of India? Well, once asked by the interviewer, Mountbatten has said that this particular date came out of the blue, and the same can be verified from the book Freedom at Midnight, published in 1975 by Larry Collins and Dominic Lapierre. But in further interview, it was found that it is not so. The answer lies 6,000 kilometers away from the New Delhi, in the land of Japan. And the story was rooted into the World War II that had just shocked the world 2 years ago. By 1940, United States had no solid reason to take part in the World War II. But 7th December 1941 changed the story completely. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, and World War II was in full swing. Three great allied powers, Great Britain, United States, and Soviet Union, were fighting against the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. By 1945 and 1946, Operation Downfall, Operation Coronet, and Operation Starvation had left Japan in lack of supply for the raw materials, as well as there were no trade route open for Japan. So as economy and as military power, Japan was completely isolated. By June 1945, it was very clear to the Emperor of Japan that Japan was not in a position to continue the war. So an escape route for Japan was discussed in a generous way so that Japan can make their exit from the World War II. It was going smoothly, but something happened in August 1945. In 1945, United States undertook the Trinity nuclear test. This was the first time the prototype atomic bomb was tested. And after some days, on 6th of August 1945 at 8:15 am, the little boy hit Hiroshima. And just 3 days later, on 11 am, the fat boy hit Nagasaki. The two most infamous events that shook the whole world and that put a decisive nail on the coffin of Japan, and it had a decisive say in the World War II. Japan was bombed. Atomic bomb was used in the World War II. Now many wondered, if the atom bombs were the reply of the Pearl Harbor, then why didn't Japan reply it further? Well, a leaflet was distributed after the first atom bomb in Hiroshima. The leaflet says that although the history says that United States had more atom bombs in their armory, but it was not possible to use them readily after that. However, Japan conceded their defeat. On 15th August, Japanese military officer Hatanaka committed suicide, and just 1 hour after, Japanese emperor had given a speech. That means Japan has surrendered in World War II. So it was a huge victory for the Allied power or the Grand Alliance. In the same interview in which Lord Mountbatten said that the date came out of the blue, he also said that 15th August was chosen as the Independence Day of India because he wanted to have a very famous or infamous day to be India's Independence Day. And in the same book, Freedom at Midnight had mention of it, that Lord Mountbatten has chosen this 15th August date to memorize the anniversary of surrender by Japan in World War II. So please like and share this video, and please subscribe to our channel so that we can make more videos like this. Thank you and enjoy your Independence Day to the fullest.